So I've always said that the speed of light is a patch put in by the creators of this simulation that we live in. They didn't want paradoxes like the grandfather paradox, so they put in a patch. Well, James Webb just sent back images that have a black hole that's enormous and only 500 million years old. So it defies current laws of physics as we know it. A black hole should not be able to get to that size in that amount of time, as we know physics. Either time was different back then, right? That's one option. Maybe the movement of objects was faster, so there was, more, so time was quicker. I guess that's possible. I don't know. I think a better explanation, since I think we live in a simulation, is that the developers of this sim said, you know what, too many problems with this time stuff. This time stuff emerged. We need a patch for this. And their genius AI robot programmer said, let's put a constant in that limits what can be seen and what can be known. My point is, I think these black holes are evidence of that. Otherwise, how do you explain that? How do you explain that there's black holes that are enormous at the beginning of the universe when stars didn't even have enough time to consume their gas, etc.? How do you explain it? So I feel like either time moved faster or what I'm saying here is true and this is a patch. I've always felt like it was a patch because of all the other videos I made on this subject that describe why we're in a simulation. Namely, the double slit proving that we render reality. Once you accept that, once you accept that fields are really what matter is, once you accept all these mind-bending realities, they're hard to wrap our heads around, but they are the reality of how things work. And once you accept that instead of what your monkey brain sees in day-to-day life, right now my feet are on a table. My feet, really, if you could really see this, if you could put glasses on, you would see a whole bunch of fields, and you would see my feet like suspended on those fields, and my feet might even be fields, okay? I'm just literally a field. Anyway, once you realize what's actually happening in the universe, let's just say that. Once you realize what's actually happening, I think it's more likely, like Occam's razor or whatever, it's more likely to say, and I know this sounds absurd, but it's more likely to say we're in a simulation. It's really coming to that point. It's not even fringe science anymore. I think it's coming to the point where we just have to say there's mounting circumstantial evidence that this is what we're living in.